What if I told you there's a hidden story, a single thread that connects the most powerful people on Earth to the very fabric of your reality? It's a theory so big, so all-encompassing, some just call it the conspiracy of everything. But what if it isn't just a theory? What if it's the one truth you were never, ever supposed to find? It all starts with one simple but pretty terrifying question. What if this life you're living, this world that you can see and touch and feel, what if it's not real? What if it's just a sophisticated illusion, an elaborate stage designed for one single purpose? To hide the truth of what you really are. You know, this idea isn't new. Not at all. Thousands of years ago, a group known as the Gnostics wrote about a being they called the Demiurge. To them, this wasn't some perfect creator. It was a flawed architect, a false god. And they believed this Demiurge built our universe not as a gift, but as a prison, a cage for our consciousness, specifically designed to blind us from a much, much greater reality. So what was once considered ancient mysticism is now, well, it's becoming modern science. Right now, some of the most brilliant minds in physics and tech are asking the exact same question. Only now, they're calling it the simulation hypothesis. The idea that our entire reality might just be lines of code running on some cosmic computer. It sounds impossible, I know, until you start seeing the anomalies. These weird moments caught on camera that just defy all logic. Are they just tricks of the light? Or are we actually witnessing something else? Flaws in the system, glitches, tears in the very fabric of this manufactured world. And you have to ask, right? If it is a prison, then every prison has its wardens. If our reality is a construct, then there have to be architects, a hidden hand, guiding civilization from the shadows. Some call them the deep state, an elite group that doesn't just control governments and money, but the very reality we perceive. Their control isn't obvious. It's not about force. It's this subtle, invisible cage built around the human mind, a whole system engineered to keep us asleep, distracted, and completely disconnected from a power they know we all have. And the assault, it seems to come from all directions. The constant fear pumped into our homes through the media, the chemicals that are allegedly put in our food and our water to dull our senses, and, of course, the all-seeing eye of mass surveillance. Always watching, always listening, making sure nobody steps too far out of line. Just think about what comes out of our taps. We're told it's for public health, but the sources for this explainer point to studies from places like Harvard, suggesting a link between fluoride and lower IQs in children. And not just that, but also to the calcification of the pineal gland, the very thing ancient traditions called our third eye. So is it an accident, or is it a deliberate attempt to sever our connection to something higher? So why? Why go to all these lengths? Why build such an elaborate prison for the mind? The only logical answer has to be they're hiding something. Something so profound, so world-shattering, that if it ever got out, it would bring their whole system crashing down. According to some high-level military whistleblowers, that big secret, well, it's not of this world. A man named Command Sergeant Major Robert Dean claimed that when we first set foot on the moon, we found out we weren't alone, and that our greatest achievement was also our biggest cover-up, with something like 40 rolls of film just gone, wiped from history. And apparently, the secrets didn't just stay on the moon. A guy named Bob Lazar came out with this incredible story. He claimed he worked at a secret base deep in the Nevada desert, and his job was to reverse engineer technology that was, well, not human. Tech powered by an element that doesn't exist on our periodic table, an element that could literally bend space and time. So the people in charge weren't just studying alien tech. They were supposedly weaponizing consciousness itself. I mean, from the documented horrors of the CIA's MKUltra mind control project to all the rumors about time travel experiments in the Montauk Project, it seems like they were trying to master not just our world, but reality itself. And this allegedly led to technologies that just defy belief. The power to control the weather, to trigger earthquakes with facilities like HARP, the ability to start fires from orbit with silent, invisible weapons. I mean, we're talking about the power of a god being wielded in secret. So let's step back. A population under control. Technology beyond our wildest dreams. It all leads to one final question. Where is this all headed? What is the ultimate endgame? The objective, according to the theory, is as simple as it is terrifying. A new world order. A single global government with total, absolute control. The end of nations, the end of privacy, the end of the individual. Just one world under one authority, forever. But how do you pull that off? You'd need a final global crisis to unite everyone, right? Well, that's where a theoretical plan called Project Bluebeam comes in. It's described as a 4-act play for the whole planet, a grand deception using holographic projections of gods in the sky and telepathic messages beamed into our minds, all building to one final unifying terror. You know, as the famous rocket scientist Wernher von Braun was on his deathbed, his assistant, a Dr. Carol Rosen, claims he gave her one last chilling warning. He told her there was a sequence of manufactured threats coming, and that the final card, the very last one they would play, would be an alien threat. And all of it, he said, is a lie. I mean, the plan sounds unstoppable. The prison, totally inescapable. But what if the architects of control made one fatal mistake? What if, in the very design of their prison, they also left us the key? And here it is, the final, most shocking twist in this entire theory. The walls of the prison. They aren't outside of you, they're within. We aren't just the prisoners in this story, we're also the guards, reinforcing the illusion every single time we believe that this physical world is all there is. And this isn't just philosophy, it's getting into biology. The science of epigenetics, pioneered by people like Dr. Bruce Lipton, is proving that our beliefs aren't just abstract thoughts. They are literal commands that can rewrite our genetic expression. We're programming our own cellular reality every second of every day. So this is the ultimate battleground then. It's not out in the world, it's inside each of us. A war between two different voices. The voice of fear, the ego, which tells us we're small and we're separate, and the voice of a higher consciousness, the soul, which knows the truth, that we are infinite, and that we are all connected. So if this theory holds any water, it means the entire global system of control is built on one very fragile foundation, your belief in it. The prison is in your mind, but so is the key. And the only question that's left is, which one will you choose?